Hello, everyone. I am at HEC Paris today to attend the TEC Alumni event, and I will have the pleasure to be interviewing Bernard Bismuth. I wanted to make a few questions to you, and I hope they are going to be interesting for our listeners. The first one is, ever since you took the leadership of TEC 15 years ago, how do you think the role and the relevance of the TEC program has evolved?
I think it has evolved mainly because the change of the students. This is due to the fact that we are in a world where men and women should work and have family. And before it was simple, one of the two of the men mainly was working and the woman was following. But today we have two persons which want to build a life together, a family together, and they have to think together. The other change is that we have two other mentors, which are fantastic, Thierry and Marie-France, and I am really happy to have the chance to have them with me.
My next question to you would be, what are you most proud of the tech work?
I am proud to feel that the spirit exists, has developed, and the behavior of many people is what we were expecting. And I am proud also of the fact that some of them tell that tech brought them something.
So my third question for you would be, what are the main principles or guidelines that you have as a leader?
As a leader, which it's a little difficult because I'm thinking to the guy I was as manager and the guy I am in tech. I would prefer to answer about manager. And the value of the manager for me is that in your company, when you build a company, when you are a leader, you should create a spirit. So for me, a good leader is somebody which is able to see on all the aspects. It's not only looking at sales, but also looking at profit, looking if people are happy to go to their work, looking if customers are happy, and if suppliers are also interesting. So I think it's, for me, this balance is the spirit of a leader. It's important. I mean, the first point is the meaning of the company. Then after you have all the values that you can apply. But the first thing is to know your market, to know who is interested.
And you think this is regardless if the person is starting their own business or if they are working in a corporation, for instance?
You have people in companies which are in charge to bring something new every day. And this is how they are leaders, are project manager. They are things. You exist not because you create a company, you exist because people need you.
Thank you, Bernard. So my next question for you would be, what is the best piece of advice you have ever received or that you wish you would have received?
In my business, I am in electronics and I am at the beginning of the manufacturing. And because of that, the best piece of advice I got is to look B2B further. I am at the beginning completely of the story. The best piece of advice I got when you are at the is to look to the customer of your customer and to the customer of your customer of your customer.
Yeah. And the next question then would be, what is the worst advice you ever got?
Uh, Worst advice I got is when we had a down to go down and to reduce the cost. That was the worst. When, for me, up and down are a chance. When we had a big down because our industry, I started to make new things. And the other people, the worst advice is we are in a time where everybody should go down and shrink, reduce your costs, don't take more, stop everything. And I think it's the worst advice. Give you an example, which I remember, is that during we had a big shrink of business in Europe, and there was a show. And I went to the show, and everybody was telling me, how can you spend money for the show when there are no customers. But customer came, and not less, not a lot, a small part, but enough to get all the business for us. I always, when it's up and down, I take the chance of both. Down is a chance also, because some competitor may disappear.
So, what is a piece of information that surprises people about you when they get to know you?
Because the fact that I'm still working and with a lot of energy. Okay.
Now, to close, Bernard, is there anything that maybe you would like to add or share with the people listening to you?
No, I would say one of the big strengths I have is the pleasure of my family. And that gives me a lot of strength. And I would like to stay alive as much as I can.
Thank you, Bernard.